Oh, hi, Kelly.
Oh, hey.
Not So Tender Podcast, episode 32.
Yep.
3 to the 2. We got a new fucking sign.
Da 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 da.
It's beautiful. It
So
glows.
glowy.
It looks very Star Warsy in here right now. Hey, boy, Mike or Justin, could you guys come turn off the screen real quick? We forgot to. Apologize. Kelly, what do you think of the new sign?
I love it.
It's pretty cute, huh? Me and Justin made that.
It looks professional.
We made
Did
it.
Did you have it made? No.
We had no. God, no. Thank you, Michael. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael, Small King.
Should have darted it.
I know, right?
Should have walked all the way around and walked through this way.
Everybody, I have people what's Mike and Justin look like? I'm like, none of your business.
Mm-mm.
None of your business.
What's that? What was that guy's Wilson?
Yeah,
On
yeah.
Tooltime?
Yeah, that's over the fence.
Right.
So how was your week, Kelly? Man, that was a pause. That is never a good sign.
No, it's not bad. I was just saying, I'm tired and I feel like it's been very busy, but nothing bad has happened. I think it's just been busy.
Yeah.
My caseload is full.
Yeah.
I'm trying to rearrange it because slowly but surely, I, as a lot of therapists do or have done, got a little too eager and was like, I'll take some clients on Tuesdays and some clients on Fridays. Those are supposed to be my days off.
Right.
So now I have people and I'm like, I miss my fucking day off. I want a whole day where I don't see anybody, that I just
right.
can take a break while my kids are at school. And so I'm trying to shift people back into my work days so that I can have boundaries for my own mental health.
I mean, is that a real thing?
It needs to be. It needs to be. And that's what I told my husband. I'm like, I need my day off. And I was like, I understand that as a wife and a mom, I don't have that.
Yeah.
But from my work, I need that.
It's important.
Helps me be a better clinician.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been kind of struggling with. I'm a little overbooked right now, but love my caseload.
Hold on one second.
Mm-hmm.
Keep talking.
I have a couple people right now that are presenting with the same issues that we've been seeing. And so I have a couple topics that I want to talk about here in the next couple weeks. I think it would be helpful. I just see a lot of the same patterns. Which brings us to today's topic. But how are you doing? Are you in the best headspace ever today?
I'm actually really good.
Are you?
Well, sun's coming out. I'm also messing with my schedule to get better at having time to get projects done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel my daughter's birthday is in a few weeks. So I'm, ramping up to that.
Yeah.
But that's interesting.
Mentally and emotionally prepping, or just logistically prepping right now?
Emotionally.
Yeah.
I'm at the end of my tenure. I don't. It's weird, Gonna
be done?
Yeah.
Done, but not done.
No,
You're never
but
done.
It's different.
Mm-hmm.
It's been good though. So I've just been busy and, just getting a lot of projects done, which I enjoy. I got a lot of yard work done on those nice days we had last week, which is super cool, right?
I did some yard work too.
What else?
I was sweating outside
I had some good clients
this
week. I have a lady that has not dated in a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I tattoo her probably once a month. And we're talking and she's like, I think I'm ready. I'm like, you need to get out there. She's a really nice person. She's an attractive woman, in her age group,
top notch.
Yeah, and I told her, I was like, listen, lady.
Stand out.
Oh, yeah, and her, for real.
Yeah.
And she said she was leaving the DMV and some guy goes, hey, nice boots. And she goes, oh, thanks. And then he kind of talked her out by her car, was like, hey, blah, 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 just being nice. Older guy.
Sure.
And she goes, I'm not going to lie. I literally went, damn it, Thomas. And he asked her out on a date. And she's like, yeah, I'll meet you for dinner. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But she goes, because I told her, I'm like, you got to break the ice. You got to
do it. You got to take the plunge.
So here's the craziest part of the story. She goes, so I go on this date. and I'm paraphrasing this shit, so I'm probably going to murder it.
Sure.
She's going on this date, and she's sitting at this steakhouse, and they went because it was a long wait. They went and just sat at the bar, and the bartender goes, "If you guys just want to eat here, you're more than welcome." She's like, "I'm in if you're in," and he's like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
cool." Well, there's a guy next to her, and he kind of butts in or just kind of having a conversation. But he was super interesting, and he was super cool and super engaging. And the guy she was on the date with, not so much. And then she told me later he pulled out like the switchblade knife and was like playing with it. And she's like,
her
"What?"
date or this
Yeah.
other guy?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, I could see if we're out at a campground, I was like, "Check out this new knife I got," or like on the back of my truck,
Sure,
you know,
right,
like,
yeah.
"Hey, check us out, it's so cool." But not at like, you know, a steakhouse.
right.
Right. Kind of weird.
A little weird.
But she says the other guy was super interesting, and he just kept going, "I gotta ask, how'd you guys meet?" You know, and was kind of asking some questions, I think, to get some info on her too. You know what I
Right.
mean? She's like, "I would have much rather turn around and just." I was like, that would have been fucking hilarious.
I wonder if the guy was kind of lame though because he was thrown off by the guy that was like interjecting.
That's a good point. But the guy, when the other guy left, he goes, "Geez," I was like, "He was hitting on you like crazy." I was like, "He was."
Yeah, I would assume that was intimidating or just off-putting or like throw him off. Because if you're at a table,
Yeah.
you would be talking. You wouldn't have another choice. But it's kind of rude for that guy to like butt in.
He
to
was
their,
being
like,
playful with
I'm
it. They're on a
sure,
first date. If you can't
sure.
handle that, then piss off. What can you
Just
handle?
saying.
Don't pee on her leg. You don't even know her middle name yet. I thought it was funny, but I love that it broke the ice for her.
Yes.
So she said, she goes, "I'm going to start once a month going to a nice steakhouse and just going to the bar and sitting and have a nice meal.
Mhm.
And I guarantee there might be a shot that there's
Someone.
another single guy."
Yeah.
Because, you know, single guys that are successful,
Mhm.
they're not cooking for themselves. They're going to go eat food, you know?
Yep.
So I thought it was kind of neat for her to be able to do that.
I love that.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I was happy for her, you know? It
Mm-hmm.
was super cool. What else? I had another crazy thing that we were talking about. I think, oh, I had a client today, and she got married, and her daughter was there, and I've known him for a while. So I remember when she first started really dating this guy, and they were talking about getting married. I asked the daughter, like, "Hey, do you like your, mom to do?" And she's like, "I don't know." Blah, blah, blah. And we kind of had a long talk. And I remember mom goes, "Thanks for talking to her," because it kind of calmed her ass down. Because I was
Yeah.
like, "Well, it doesn't really matter because you're not dating him, and your mom doesn't get to pick who you date. So why don't you fucking pump the fucking brakes?" You know what I
Right.
mean?
Get bent.
So
not
they
your
were,
call.
yeah,
Like-
they were talking, and she's like, "Oh my God, my friend called him my stepdad," and that's just fucking weird. I was like, "But he's your stepdad."
Right, he is.
Yeah, and she's like,
By
"No," and
definition.
even the mom was like, "No, oh God." No. I was like, "Well," I go, "Okay, it's new."
Sure.
Maybe, but if he's in your life for 10 years or 5 years, like what would you're always
Mhm.
going to call her your mom's husband or call him your mom's husband? And
Right.
so I was like roasting her the whole time. I was like, "Listen," they were talking about their mother-in-law, her mother-in-law,
Mhm.
you know, and grandma. I said, "You're going to call her step nana or what was it? Like, yeah, step nana."
Step-gammy. Right.
Yeah, step gammy. And then we looked up what step parent means. Do you know what step parent means?
No.
What's it based from?
No.
I also said she should call him new dad. So I kept going, "So your new dad, like, what's he about?" The whole time. So when I had the daughter look up what step dad or step parent even comes
Sure.
from. It comes from raising an orphan. So I was like, "Oh, I would call him orphan dad." And I go, if I
Orphan
was
daddy.
orphan dad, I would call you Annie. And every day I'd be like, "The sun will come out tomorrow." And every
Orphan.
day,
My little orphan baby.
yeah, it's a hard knock life. I would call you Annie every day. She was like, "Oh my God." So it was
I'm
pretty
sure that
good.
chilled her out a little bit.
Yeah, it was a good day. I tattooed a dude's throat today, like right in the center, man. Oof.
Sounds rough.
He's a tough dude.
I'm always impressed. That's. I've seen a lot of prison neck tats.
Where are you hanging out?
Doing what I do, I have had quite a few men.
Like I'm on
Specifically.
barsandScars.com. What's up?
Obviously.
Feel like I can make ramen noodles out of anything.
No, when I was working with like ex-convicts and felons and rehabilitation stuff, and the amount in my head a throat tat would hurt.
Yeah.
And additionally, a makeshift prison machine throat tat, I think would elevate that just a little bit.
Well, it'd take longer,
I know.
between that and
Woo!
the sex, it would definitely take longer.
Thomas.
I'm just saying. They're bored. Gay for the stay.
No. I had a client that made me think about the podcast yesterday. Old.
Oh, fuck.
No, so I was just impressed, and I did tell him. So
Right.
he's almost 50, like, so late 40s, early 50s, somewhere
Yeah.
around there. Never been in therapy before. No one in his family has ever pursued mental health assistance ever. Married, 2 girls, signed himself up and was like, I need to figure some shit out.
Nice.
I was like, really? And I told him, I was like, I want you to know, like, half of my caseload is men
Yeah.
that are like, things are changing.
There's a shift.
I'm being accused of like being a narcissist, not listening, I have so many
You
men
see
that are
my
like,
mean face?
I know. And it was an intake, so I was just letting him vent. But at the end of it, I was trying to like schedule him for a follow-up.
Yeah.
And he said, he was like, I would love to meet, like, how often is like like appropriate? Having never done it, that's a very common question.
It's a nice question.
And I was like, I would like to at least meet with you weekly in the beginning so we can kind of get some traction. And he was like, yeah, I have no one else to talk to about this.
Oh my God. So we were talking, like, not this show, but maybe the next show we'll talk about it. The one thing I sent you about men not having anyone to talk
Right.
to.
The number one person to talk to? No one.
Yeah. And I've been really asking women and men about that. And it's kind of crazy the way it's viewed.
Yeah.
We're not supposed to share anything with anyone.
No. And I have couples that it's flipped in the drama and tension that causes when men have people that they talk to.
Well, do you feel like they're ganging up on you?
And women don't. Right. Yeah. They're like, well, they don't talk to me. They just talk to their guy friends about everything.
Well, if it's a safe environment.
As it should be.
I mean, like if I'm talking to, Jay or Mike, they're not going to be like, they're not going to co-sign my bull a little bit. I mean, they've been my dudes for a long time.
I'm sure it depends on what it is, but like they would.
Yeah, guitar purchases, they just co-sign the shit out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I was so excited to have him join my caseload because I was like, you are somebody who is so eager and so open to like the whole.
Yeah.
Just tell me. I'll do whatever it is.
I like that guy.
But like I gotta figure this shit out. And he was super nervous and you could tell like conservative and old school. And this was like very outside of his box. But I was like,
he's gonna change the whole dynamic.
So excited.
Love it. That's amazing.
So
Gentlemen,
exciting.
Don't be afraid to do that.
Yes.
It changed my life. Look at me now. I'm in a Star Wars set. It's amazing. I also talked to a person that was dealing with a boyfriend that literally freaks out when she can't be around him or anything and like goes into full, like meltdown, like horrible. And I was like, oh shit, that is not going to end well.
Nope.
And she's like, sometimes I just want to vent about my day. And he's just like, it's okay. You're beautiful, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, that is not what the fuck I want to fucking hear.
No.
And I was
how
like,
invalidating. It's okay. It's like, you might as well like pat her on the head. Aw.
But you're pretty.
Right.
And but that guy probably doesn't know any better because probably the girl before him or her.
Like, you never compliment me.
Oh, yeah, you can't win, dude. You just, the pendulum swings too
I'm
hard.
sure he
one way or
was,
the other.
you never compliment me and you always try to fix things. So now he's like.
And he was with girls that wanted to be up his butt all the time. And now he's with the girls like, I got shit to do.
Right. It's hard. It is so hard.
And people always end up with people like that, though, it seems like, right?
Yes.
Do you find that common?
Yes.
What's the deal with that? Just polarity?
I don't know.
It's got to be just polarity of life,
Must
right?
Must be.
Or
my
the
one
universe
couple, like
just laughing.
one is super emotional.
Is this your
one's
God
super,
just playing jokes on us?
I guess.
Like I said, it's your God.
Oh my God. Yeah. My God's a nice God. He probably.
Mine was. He was a
giggles quite
guitar
a bit.
player. He passed away a couple of years ago. R.I.P. EVH. So, yeah, I thought she was stressed out about that a little bit. Also, I talked to someone, and they were talking about like, she was in a Facebook relationship a couple times, pretty close to each other. I was like, hey, Do you
What are you
always do
doing?
that? Like, and she's like, it wasn't me. It was the dudes insisting on that. I was like,
Nope.
holy shit.
Red flag.
What's the deal with that?
Numero uno.
What the fuck? Do you hear
It's
about that kind
territorial.
of shit?
Territorial.
Is that normal?
It's not abnormal.
What the fuck?
It happens
What
a
happened?
lot.
What happened?
It's
What
all
happened?
about it's about feeling special.
Peeing on your leg.
It's about public displays of affection.
Yeah.
Why aren't I? That's usually what comes up. They don't push the fact that they like need to be.
Yeah.
I have seen it. That's usually like the far end of the spectrum where they're like, sign on, you put it, I'll accept it,
What?
and we will be in a relationship.
I tried to do that to Mike and he would not do it.
I have so maybe not you, but I know other people out there
That was a nice
where
start.
you're friends with people on Facebook that you knew like in high school, but
Been
like
friends
are
for 6 years.
but you're in completely different worlds now.
Yeah.
You don't talk to these people ever. They friend requested you and you were like, oh yeah, I remember. And now they're on your feed and you're like,
This is why I'm not friends with you.
what the fuck is going on? Why are you posting all of the thing? I have one person.
Do you keep them on just for?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I have a couple people that I will unfollow because I'm like, the drama is
It's too much.
too much. I'm embarrassed. It makes me uncomfortable that I know so much about your personal
Yeah.
life, but not this guy. No. His wife, I believe,
Yeah.
is in my friend request
No.
list. I won't acknowledge
You
her.
have to.
No, I think that's funny.
This is your one line. You're
I
like,
think that's
Just torturing
I
somebody.
think that's funny. Because I'm sure I don't know her. I'm sure that she went to his Facebook, saw
It
that
was
he
like,
was
"Who's
friends
this
with
bitch?"
me, and then requested me also. I just ignored it. Like, it's not like I declined it. But her Facebook picture is a screenshot of their relationship status.
Shut the fuck up.
She like upped it. She's like, not only will
No.
you list it, but it will
No.
not be private. I will make it the image of my profile in case you miss it
Do
on
people-
his page.
Do you know an old saying where I'm from? You know, a ring doesn't cover a hole, right? Okay. I'm just saying. I don't care if it almost makes girls want to challenge your fucking
Oh my
relationship more,
gosh.
dummy.
That's why she sits
Girls
in my inbox,
love
'cause I think
fucking
it's
with
funny.
dudes who are in relationships. It's
Yes.
like primal, right?
Mhm.
He's a good breeder.
It's competition.
Yeah.
Why do you want him? Right.
He must have something good if you're that fucking proud of him. Probably not.
The evidence would support that that is in fact not true.
I had a client that's on my feed post some crazy shit the other day, and I was like this, and I weeded it out so hard. So when I do see something, I'm like, what the fuck
Right.
is going
What
on
is
there?
happening?
Yeah, it was crazy. All right. Speaking of crazy.
Speaking of crazy, today's topic. So the whole reason we started this podcast is because we want to change the culture.
Yes.
And this has come up quite a bit in my caseload and in his client load and like
Our lives.
our lives. So the topic today that we picked was what to do to model healthy relationships to your children, how to pass forward.
Show them by your actions.
Yes. Like what are the things that you need to do to set a good example for your children so that they it's not even about like following in your path, but
So it's
could be.
it's how you treat people, also how you allow people to treat you,
Yes.
and your problem solving skills.
Yes.
Because if you show poor problem solving skills to your children, they're going to think that's normal.
Well, and their peers, you have no control over what their peers' household looks like or
No.
what goes on there, what they'll be exposed to.
No.
We can do what we
Reasonable.
can, but like, right.
Reasonable.
So these are tips and tricks that I kind of accumulated and composed these all together. And
Kelly
We're gonna-
list.
it's my list. It's
the Kelly list.
It's the first list that we did.
The Kelly list.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right. So healthy relationship qualities. Number 1,
Uno.
which is just going to tip you off at the very first thing because you're
You-
going to be like,
you
what
did
does
this
that
on
mean? I
purpose.
know. I can't wait to
I
do
feel
the
like I'm
next
getting
list.
set up, people.
No, that's not true. I think you'll really enjoy it. So number 1 is I just put like communicate well and respect each other's voice. And I constantly get people that come to me and they're like, we need to work on our communication skills because I feel like society is now saying like, learn how to communicate better, but nobody knows what that means.
No, because that's where they stop.
Right. We
They
need to
think
learn how to communicate.
It's just talking.
Communication is our biggest issue.
Is it?
It's not. It's sex. Just so we're clear. If that comes up, sex is every couple's number one issue. But they always say it's communication. So that's why I put it as number one, because everybody says that this is something that they need to focus on. They have no idea what it looks like, and they have no idea what's appropriate to communicate in front of their children and not in front of their children.
Yes.
And that comes up.
Or
it's like the golden thread that comes through.
Or
on Facebook.
Instagram,
Please stop. So communicating well, I just put like a side note of like respect each other's voice. In order to communicate, effective communication is a statement, a reflection, a statement, a reflection.
So what I've been telling people is have more open-ended conversations.
Mm-hmm.
Quit demanding answers that you're broadsided with. And the way I explain it, if you're at work and somebody comes to you with a problem that you didn't know existed,
yeah,
and they expect you to give them an answer right then and there, how would you feel?
Mm-hmm.
You would feel blindsided?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
I would immediately get defensive because I am so proud of my work.
Yeah.
I take a lot of pride in it. So
Right. So the same thing. If you think everything's going good in your marriage and somebody walks up to you and is like, listen, we need to talk and this is going on and I need to know what's going on. You're like, I didn't even know this was a problem.
right. I need you to back way up.
Yeah.
What factors led you to decide that there was a problem? Not saying there's not.
Right. And I suggest to people when you're asking a question, go, hey, I know this is kind of blindsiding you. I don't need an answer right now. You can think about it and
I'm
it's
just
okay.
bringing it to the table.
But it's something I would like to talk about and I want to give you some time to figure it out.
Right.
Could you imagine how different that would feel?
Huge.
I would almost feel like there's a trap. Okay.
Well, yeah, it sounds like a booby trap.
But, well, that's a good trap.
Well, the other thing that people do is lecture.
Oh,
they don't.
That's my favorite.
They don't present a question and then allow a response.
Or even a solution.
No,
they don't even
just
know
go,
what would make them feel better. And they think that's communicating.
Yeah, because they're expressing themselves, which is step one.
Ish.
But like you express how you're feeling. I have the same bullet points and I keep going back to it. That like ideal communication, effective communication to drive home a point would be like, this is where we're at. This is how we got here. And this is what I want. That is like an effective way to get
that's blunt.
To get across what you want. But so many people think that expressing, like being vulnerable, promotes intimacy and connection. And it's like a really big step. But then they get like tied up in that and they get anxious or they start dumping or their facial expression of their partner isn't communicating that they thought that this was going well. So then they get like word vomity.
It's weird.
It gets rough. None of that, by the way, should be done in front of your children at all.
And also, ready? The reason why you can't communicate with your fucking partner is because of your fucking parents half the time, or how you were raised or what you were around and not having a safe place, which circles back why this is number one. Because if you do this for your children, they won't have a hard time. They won't think everything's a big fucking deal.
Right.
You know what I mean? They'll be like this.
Yes.
Hey, you know that crazy shit you're doing? Is this going to be a permanent thing? Or like, what are we doing with that? Could you imagine if that's how people talk to each other? Like, are we going to do that like all the time?
Right.
Like,
Fill me in. What's happening? What is
like, because I got to adjust a little bit or get the fuck out of here.
Right.
But if you taught your kids, because what I'm noticing is most people who can't communicate weren't allowed to communicate. You were allowed to communicate in your home with respect.
Yeah.
Reasonable.
Yeah.
I was allowed to communicate.
Yeah.
There wasn't like, hey, shut the fuck up. Kids would be seen, not heard.
Right. Yeah.
You know, I didn't have that.
I had a little bit of that, depending on the situation.
But okay, but there's times that
time and a place.
Yes.
Right.
But overall,
I never was like trying to express myself, and my parents were like, nobody cares. Shut that shit down. Like that was not
right.
my experience. But that is what we say to each other in front of our children. So many people are focused on like positive parenting because they know it's broken. They know it is a broken system and they're trying to do something different. But that is only half of the equation when you live in a house with multiple people.
Yeah.
So if I tell you, if you come to me, I'm doing the dishes and you come home and be like, what the fuck? I texted you 13 times today. I could get it like a response would be helpful. That's snarky. We're in the kitchen and little Tommy is in the dining room
I like that we
going,
named him after me. That's sweet.
thank you. Little Tommy is like, ooh, daddy's mad. And this is how we communicate anger. And then I jump down your
Right.
throat and tell you to watch your tone. And what are
My
you
phone
doing?
fell in the
right,
toilet.
yeah. But
Taking
all
care of
of
your shitty kid.
all of that is modeled. They read that.
Yeah.
Little Tommy is going to feel a little bit of a different way
Yeah.
coming to you with a problem or me if that's the culture that they see between us.
If your boss was yelling at somebody because they asked them a question, and you're like, "What'd you need?" And you're like, "I'm nothing. I'm good. I'm fucking
Right. I asked Bridget. I got it.
yeah,
I got it taken care of. Got it taken care of.
No big deal. Can I
Right.
get you some coffee?"
Right.
So that's
So,
very important.
Right. This is where I statements come in. This is where reflective listening is the second piece of it. I feel blah, 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 blah is step one. That is not the only step. That's not where like the bridge ends. Like,
But even that fair fighting rules, it says you need to understand why you feel the way you do and what a solution would be before you even bring it to your partner,
right.
let alone in front of your children.
Correct.
So like me, if I tried to get a hold of you and I couldn't get a hold of you when I
Mhm.
came in, I'd be like, "Hey, is everything okay?" Because like I was worried.
Right.
How different does that feel?
Way different.
Approach.
Way different.
Like you're landing a plane.
Mhm.
You can land a plane
Mhm.
like a fucking asshole, and guess what? It's going to feel like an asshole.
That's true.
Okay?
Yeah.
Or you can land it gently and go, "Man, that was nice.
Right.
Nobody was freaking out."
Mm-hmm.
You know? Because I'm very, what would be the word? Sensitive, maybe, about that. Like if you come at me nice, I don't care how crazy it is. I'll be like,
It's
okay.
all about the tone.
Oh,
All about the approach.
if
you
you come
can
at me
say
hard,
some-
I'm just like this.
Right.
Done.
I told Andrew the other day, I was in my feels. I said something. He did feel blindsided. I presented it appropriately. It just
Right.
caught him off guard and he kind of shut down. Well, then I was upset because he was shutting down and I was feeling some type of like, so I was
Yeah.
like, I need you to like say words. Like, let's talk about this. And he was like, I just don't know how we even got here. Like, I don't understand.
I was looking for the remote.
Right. But I told him, I was like, I need you to lovingly check me then and say, I don't know how we got here. I wasn't even talking about that.
Right.
Like you misunderstood me in a very large way. Like that's the gap.
Yeah.
Check me nicely. And he was like, I don't know how well that'll go. I was like, it will go very well if
Try
it's
it.
nice.
Fucking try it.
Better than this. Whatever this
This
just was not good. This was not our finest moment.
Nerd.
Next time, try to check me. It might not go well, but
Yeah.
then I'll give you feedback and say, don't call me that. Don't say
Yeah.
that.
We'll
Try
work
this.
on it. All right. Number 2.
Number 2, fight fair and focus on resolution. This is the elevated part of communication.
Yeah.
Things get rocky in a house, especially when you're raising children. We talked about that. Was that last time?
They get rocky at a band. They get rocky at coworkers.
But it's stressful. And you like to point out the more kids you have, the more rocky it gets, the more moving pieces, missing pieces, all of the things.
Yeah.
So if there's an issue, do not cuss. The more you cuss, the more offensive it gets, the less people
Yeah.
listen. And guess who is listening?
Yeah.
All the the little hellions in the living room
Yeah.
are mouthing it to
All
each
your
other
little
because they're
breeding
like, well, if
trophies.
mom can talk, if mom can say that word, I'm going to say that to you
Yeah.
under my breath.
Always.
Always. But don't bring up other things. Fair fighting, focus on resolution. Your babies are watching. So that's just like
Yeah.
part 2 of part 1. Okay.
Would you want your kid's daycare teacher talking like that? You'd be mad.
No, but that's the thing. Like I worked in daycare in a previous life. If a parent walked by the staff room where the staff were like, they would come to me and they'd be like, is that how they talk in front of the kids? And in my therapist brain now, I'm like, that is the least of their problem. If those kids
That's how y'all
overheard
talk
that,
in
right?
front
Yeah.
of your kids. Your own kids.
Right. In the kitchen, 3 feet away. Like, not to give the teachers a pass, but like,
But honestly.
but it bothers you. It
if
must
it's-
bother you.
If it's not okay for someone else to do to your kid, why would you?
Yes. You guys are,
Right.
everything is done right in front of them. Kids are not dumb. They're very insightful and they
That's-
listen to everything.
Because we teach them to follow our every move
Yes.
as a parent.
Right.
And then you're wondering why they're following every move.
hmm
Next.
Be kind and considerate.
Yeah, I'm out. Just kidding.
Just be nice. There are children who do not know what niceness is.
Oh no.
No joke. Because they don't see it. Minimally, they see like cordial. They don't know what it is.
Passive aggressive.
Yes, snarky. They don't know how like to compliment each other or what's a nice thing to say to somebody or what opening the door does, like holding the door for other
Seeing
people.
teamwork.
Yes.
If you see your boss helping other people at work, you respect your boss immediately, right?
Yes.
Okay. If you can see,
Creates a different culture of safety.
why would it be any different in your family?
Mhm.
Why would it be any different of like, and I don't want to hear that's how I was raised.
No, that's what we're trying to avoid. That's
Yeah.
exactly what we're trying to avoid. Do you know how many times I have been, you could, and even if you haven't seen it, think about what's on TV. If you've ever watched these kid shows now, I'm not like getting on a soap up, but like they're kind of shitty to each other and the parents are always stupid. They're dumb.
Unless you're watching Bluey.
And the kids are like running the show because the parents are like, da, 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 like
Charlie Brown's parents.
Right. It's worse.
Right.
But little things. Hey, can you get the ranch for me? No. Because she's mad.
Gross.
That's
gross.
those little things happen all the time.
I tell people all the
Hey,
time.
will you grab me my towel?
It's not the big
And they,
stuff
like,
that
toss
fucks
it
your
to
kids
you.
up.
Yeah.
Big stuff will fuck your kids
Well,
up.
sure.
But it is all the little shit that makes your kid into a fucking horrible adult that cannot handle spilling a glass of milk.
Yeah. Well, and
Someone
it makes them
putting their brakes on in front of
them
them.
selfish. When you're not nice to your partner and you are self-serving, that models a self-serving child that then
100%.
grows up
With
and
no
they're
respect.
like, yeah, they'll do anything to put a dig just to like
Fuck you.
stick it to you. You do the dishes and I'm not doing your dishes because you left them in the living room. That happens all the time.
Yeah, I love the lesson teachers. They're my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Said never me.
Mm-hmm. So that's what being kind in front of your children. If you have a point to prove and you want to drive something home, like do it behind closed doors. Like I'm not saying that you guys have to be perfect and there's like no conflict.
Reasonable.
But keep in mind where your children are. That
Or
they
anyone
can
in the
hear you.
room.
Right. That they can hear you.
Yeah.
And they're hearing that even if they're in bed and you guys are going at
You
it.
think kids could hear somebody that was locked in a closet? That might be a question for Mike.
Is it soundproofed?
I don't know.
I feel like it should be.
probably during
If
the
it's
80s.
not, if it's not, I feel like that's a major component to the whole
Yeah.
operation.
Bad idea.
Is that it needs to be
Just
soundproof.
saying. Be kind. I'm telling you, man, it's the little things. It's the little people like, that's not my job. And I don't have to do that. And I don't get paid to do that. Like, it's
Right.
all things that
She's
they're
a
taught by their
bitch.
parents.
That's what she's a bitch.
And then be nice to them in their face.
Mhm.
I'm going to be honest. My dad, like my real dad,
Mhm.
if he didn't like you, you knew that motherfucker did not like you.
Yeah.
And he was like this, I don't like you. Why are you here? Like, he's probably got the tism too. Wow. For y'all that are just listening, if you could have seen Kelly's face, it was pretty good, just to let you know.
Well, like, so when my grandpa passed and my grandma got remarried, the thing that she harped on most, raved about, I guess I should say, is that how nice her second husband was. He's so nice to me.
So apparently the first one wasn't as nice.
No, and I would ask, and that's like, I'm an adult now and I can ask those things, but I am also careful what I ask because I don't want my grandma to go on some rampage about how much my grandpa was a dick. But she has said, she's like, he was a good provider. He was good to me.
And
he just
might
wasn't
have been hard.
nice
He might have just
to
been
me.
hard.
Yeah.
You know?
She's like, he is just nice.
Yeah.
If he goes in to do something and sees my phone on the bed, he will pick it up and bring it to me because he noticed that I left it there.
Yeah, that's different.
He puts his medication out next to mine, but that's what I mean. Like, be intentionally kind and considerate.
Yeah.
Go out of your way for your partner to demonstrate what kindness looks like.
And don't you enjoy that from anyone, from coworkers, from your
All the time.
cousins, from everybody?
That's one of Andrew's biggest strengths. He's the nicest person.
Right.
He's so considerate all of the time. He makes me feel like an inconsiderate asshole just
Well,
because my brain works different. Well, but like it makes me feel bad. Sometimes I'm like, I wish I was nicer.
Well, yeah. Wish in one hand, shit in the other. Let me know which one fills up faster.
I try. It takes intention. Not everybody is built to go out of their way. He naturally just goes out of his way.
I'm
That
pretty
is not
nice
my
most of the
personality.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Kay.
I do it so people just shut the fuck up. Path of least
I thought you were going to say, I do it for the kickback.
No, I do it so it's done, and then I don't have to hear
Just
about
your
it.
life is
Can I
easier
make
if
it
you're
go
nice.
away? Like seriously.
I don't care what your reasons are.
Yeah.
Here we're talking about changing intergenerational patterns of trauma,
Right.
but whatever. Whatever helps you sleep better at night.
Show people how to be nice.
Yeah.
Because if you can show somebody how to be nice, even in the face of like some difficult times, that is helpful to your kids. Your kids will grow up to be
Yes.
leaders because leaders can still walk with grace, even in hard times.
Mhm.
Put me in some hard times. I'll still be reasonably graceful.
Same.
So
But like so far, I mean, we have express yourself
this is
Listen
Madonna set list.
to someone else, like reflective listening, expression, fighting fair when there's conflict, learn how to resolve it. These are all things that need to be modeled.
Yeah.
Being a nice human.
Yeah. These
We
all
don't
make a
have- we
relationship
don't-
better.
We don't have Sesame Street as the mainstreaming thing every single morning, teaching them what kindness looks like.
Yeah. Brandy Carlisle was on Sesame Street today.
Oh.
It's pretty sweet. She said she finally impressed her daughter. She's won like
that
12
was it.
Grammys.
That was,
you know what I mean?
That
Like,
was it. That was the threshold that she was like, yes.
I'm with Big Bird.
No, they're watching
dope.
YouTube. They're playing Minecraft.
Yeah.
That's what they're
They're
doing.
living their life.
Listening to other adults bicker and fight and cuss and be nasty.
Yeah. Avoiding your parents.
Yes.
Yeah.
hmm
Next.
Demonstrate love and affection.
Yeah. A little bit of grab ass in the kitchen.
This
It's
is
cute.
this is definitely great, just because of everybody's threshold
Yeah.
and comfortability with
Don't
like
be finger
PDA
blasting mom at
and
Thanksgiving dinner.
no, don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't be checking for a wishbone.
But everybody's comfort level is different. So like some people are uncomfortable with verbal affection. I love you.
Seeing your
I
parents hold
appreciate
hands
you.
means a lot.
Mhm.
Can you know how many
Well, you think
adults I
it's
go,
gross
my
when you're
parents are so
little,
cute.
right?
They still hold their hands. I'm like,
Mhm.
that's sweet.
Mhm.
They're still sweet.
Yes.
He still opens the door for her.
Mhm.
She still makes his lunch.
Mhm.
You
I'm
know
sure
what I
he
mean?
walks up behind her and rubs her back.
Sweet stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plays with her hair. Moves her hair out of her face when she's cooking.
It's huge.
Yes. Those things. Those teeny little things.
Watching your parents actually being kind to each other in that way, because that just confirms it.
Mhm.
Is that fair?
Well, and if you think of the love languages, like be intentional about doing some of those things in front of your children so they can see. If you buy your wife a birthday present, maybe give it to her in front of your kids.
Yeah. And hug each other.
Yeah. Call when they're on speakerphone in the car, say the nice things.
Yeah.
Say, I love you. I appreciate you.
It's
Thank
huge.
you for
It's
doing that.
contagious.
Yes.
That is huge.
Mhm.
Some people are like, I've never seen my parents kiss. I've never seen my parents. I'm like, how'd you get here?
Mm-mm. No, my mom and my stepdad were not affectionate at all.
You've never seen them. Kiss
No,
each other?
he has since passed, but no, when we
She's still not.
no, they still don't make
He's
out.
still at the table. Like he's like sitting there.
It's very flat. No, they never did. And it never dawned
that
on
why
me
he
when I
died?
was younger. It never dawned on me when I was
He
younger.
starved to death from affection.
Probably.
Jeez.
Probably. But whatever your comfort level is, if you're not a physical, affectionate person, I'm just going to skip over that.
I know.
It's
I love
Poor
when
taste.
you just like.
poor, poor taste.
Is it? Is it?
No, not for me, but it might
See
be
how
for other
serious
people.
this is, people? If you don't kiss your mate, done. Goner.
Leads to leukemia.
See?
Apparently.
It's more serious than I thought.
Stop.
Is that why I got cancer before?
Probably. Nobody kissed you.
Yeah.
Your
Huh?
parents didn't kiss each other, and then you got cancer.
They at least kiss each other a couple times.
That we don't know that. That's not part of the necessary
sex.
action.
Maybe. That is true.
Not required at all.
But it is nice.
Yeah.
So look, okay, so I'm going to ask a question.
Sure.
If you had to pick one or the other, words of affirmation and being kind to each other emotionally, but not physically, I think that would be almost more important. I think being affectionate in front of each other
Mhm.
or in front of your children is a bonus.
Yes.
But
Yes.
the other one is a mandatory.
Yes. Be nice
fair?
to each other. Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Be nice to each
positive
other.
communication and positive just the way you treat
Right.
each other and kindness
Right.
is way like, you know, because some people are just very private.
Yeah, but I guess that's my point. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to be mushy gushy in front of your children.
Just like,
Most children would probably prefer you not. I know my 8-year-old, every time I kiss my husband when she was a little younger, she was like, ew, you know, like
Yeah.
it.
yeah, I still do that when you
Right.
see you guys kissing. I'm like, oh God, here we go again.
Get a room.
Here we fucking go.
But it doesn't have to be physical touch.
Yeah.
There are acts of service. There are gifts. There are, I know, but these are healthy relationship qualities.
All right.
If you need tips on healthy relationships, go back to some of the other episodes.
Call 234-200-5949.
Next,
Next.
be a united front.
Oh, yes. No divide and conquer. Don't let those little fucking
No.
kids divide and conquer because they will.
They will. It's natural human
Yes,
instinct, I think, to
100%.
try to find,
I still
to try to get what
I
you
still
want.
try to get my parents to break up.
I have kids on my caseload or parents, adults on my caseload that have told me I used to ask my mom to divorce my dad. That is a kid who did not have these things.
Holy shit.
That is a kid that knew way too much.
So if your kid's telling you to leave the other parent, you have failed them.
Yes.
You have failed them.
Yes.
Work on it. You can fix it,
Sure.
but you have failed them.
They know too much.
Is that 100%?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So if you want a marker to know if you're doing this okay, that's a pretty tell sign, right?
Right. Will you please leave, Dad? And there's abuse situations,
But even then,
but like
you failed
again,
them,
they know too much. Right.
or you failed them.
Mhm.
I'm not saying that you deserve that or you did that, but
No,
you need
no,
to make the
but
moves to
yes.
get out of that situation.
Your kid's going to be in therapy.
Yeah.
That should be.
Or call somebody to be in therapy.
Yep.
Fair.
That's fair.
that's
that's
probably
fair.
more fair.
But yeah, be a united front. This happens all the time. So I see this in places where it's like, hey, can I have so-and-so over? And they're like, I don't know, go ask your dad. And then they ask the dad. And then they are told yes. And then they're like, well, I said no. And that's why I was like, well, fine, then go ask your dad. Like,
Yeah, that's garbage.
right. Or like, why would your dad say that? I would have told you blah, 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 blah. But I guess since he said it's okay, now I can't say no. Like that.
It's weird.
But that's not the kids pivoting on each other. That is parents being shitty and being on opposite sides of that fence.
And also not being able to just answer your fucking kid. Go, hey, go grab your dad.
Right.
Let's talk about this.
Oh, I almost never answer my kids straight out. Really. If it's anything to do with planning anymore, I'm like, I don't know. Let me talk to Andrew. I'll get back to you. Every time.
Yeah. So they
Out of
know.
respect. And I don't even like, even if it's like not that big of a deal.
You just get them into that rhythm of it.
Yes.
That
I don't
makes
know.
sense.
Let me talk to Andrew. Sometimes they'll push back. Now the older ones will be like, for what? You do we have plans? And I'll be like,
But they're smart enough to go,
Right.
okay. And some of them might you being a little bit like, I don't want to deal with this right now, too.
all the time. All
like,
the time.
Not every once in a while.
I don't know. I'd have to talk to, well, because they like walk in the door from school and they're like, can I do this? And I do this. And I'm like, I have not talked to Andrew in 4 hours. Like,
Right.
give me
Yeah.
some time.
And that's not a big deal.
No.
But you're allowed to make decisions, too. But what I think the divided front, too, is like really hard ones. You know what I mean? Like where
Mm-hmm.
you're helping them do it behind somebody's back and don't tell dad or don't tell mom or shit like that.
Yes.
You see that a lot.
Yes. Well, your dad said no, but if you do it now before he gets home.
Yeah. And sometimes
It'll
it's
be fine.
playful and like,
Right.
you
Yeah.
know,
Don't tell your dad.
yeah.
Or don't tell your mom. But like that's shit. That is shitty. It
It
is
is.
playful, but that's usually more often than not, that's not where it stops.
No.
It's not just that little stuff.
No. It's
And like,
especially if you have a fucking orphan dad.
well, our youngest will do, like, he is playful and Andrew will be playful, but like there are times where he will look at me and ask his dad for something.
Because he's just watching your face.
Cause he's just,
wants to
cause
see you
he's,
cringe.
yes, cause he's just
He's a shit.
shitty.
He's
Like,
a shit.
he's just a little shit. But he knows
Yeah.
that he's asking for pudding while I'm making dinner. But he knows that if his dad's not paying attention,
Yeah, I don't care.
yeah. So he'll look at
You're
me.
like, Dad's
Hey, Dad.
easily distracted.
Right. Hey, Dad, can I have pudding?
Yeah.
And I'm like looking at him like actively stirring
He's like,
pasta.
Dad, don't care.
I don't know.
Give me some pudding.
Did you eat? Yeah.
As long
sure.
as you don't get it from Bill Cosby, no problem.
Doesn't matter. Is it in the fridge? Then you can have it. So yeah, be a united front. Don't pivot each other. Don't pivot your kids against your spouse. That I guess is
Oof.
what it is. Like
Ooh.
that's hard to undo. The guy that was a wife, 2 daughters. He's like,
Yeah.
I don't stand a chance.
Oh, he's
They
outnumbered.
They are with like it's been years of
They're a
that.
pack of raptors.
If she's mad, they're mad. If one of them's mad, the other two's mad. He's like, they're like the 3 amigos, and I walk around the house on eggshells.
Fuck that.
That's shitty.
Yeah.
And that's hard to undo.
Yeah.
Not
Consistently, though.
impossible, but
A little bit of money.
it's hard to undo when he's the only one in therapy.
A little bit of money makes that shit go away. You can buy love. You can buy respect.
That's true. Sure.
You're like, kinda.
Kind of. You're not entirely wrong.
No.
I don't know that I would recommend any of the outcomes.
Sometimes that just breaks the ice.
Mhm.
It is. Want to go shopping, maybe?
Yep.
Sure do. What's up?
What'd you do? What'd you do?
Right.
I don't trust it, but I do want to go.
Yeah.
All right. Number 6 is prioritize your relationship, but lean on others. Show them that you need other people. I'm so sick of this like
I could do everything.
one-on-one. He's my say all be all. He's my ride or die. He's my everything. That's gross.
Yeah.
Stop passing that on to your children.
Mm.
He's my soulmate. He's my everything until he's not.
And not just that.
Until you're shitty to him and then he
might
cheats on
be-
you and then
hold
you
on.
leave.
He might be the absolute stellar,
Mhm.
okay? He might be the bee's knees. But think about this. That works for you. But when your daughter meets fucking Brian, who's 15, who's a little psychopath,
Mhm.
and she's like, I can't give up when he's my soulmate.
Mhm.
Teach your kid to have your own entity.
Yes.
That you,
And other natural supports.
Yeah.
Never get rid of your friends because you found your one and only. You still need friends.
yeah.
You still need family. Stop leaving your mother because your wife or your husband hates her or because you're like,
We were just talking. I literally before I got here to someone, and we have a mutual friend, and his person will not allow him to hang out with his friends. They're
it
isolating the
happens all
shit
the
out of
time.
him.
It happens all the time. So prioritize your marriage.
Of
It's
course.
important.
But why would you lose your friends? Like if somebody told me I couldn't hang out with them, how do you think that would end?
It would end,
No, I would just get rid of Mike and Jay, like immediately.
obviously. You're like, oh, decades versus months. You
Fuck
got it.
y'all. At first, I'd ask the girl, I'm like, can you play bass?
Right.
No? Gotta go. Sorry.
Can you do all of
Unless
these
you
things
can
that
play,
they can
yeah,
do for me?
if you can play bass as good as them, we can be friends.
Ta-da.
But if you can't,
Nope.
they stick around.
If you can't really be my everything,
They're not going anywhere.
got a long list of needs that I need met.
Yeah. Mike has a master's degree. Good luck. You know?
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, lean on others. Show your children that you can prioritize your marriage or your relationship
and ask for help.
and ask for help and go to other people. They
Huh.
they need to see a healthy, natural support system outside of just each other.
That's good.
7, discuss and set clear responsibilities, roles, and expectations. Show them how to manage your house.
Lead.
Yes.
Yeah. They need that.
Don't fight
They
over
love
it.
structure.
Don't, yes.
They need
don't.
consistency. They need that their clothes are clean. They need that the bathroom is clean.
Mhm.
They need that the kitchen is clean. And I don't want to hear, well, they made the fucking mess. They are children.
Teach
and you are
them.
the adult who owns that house or takes care of that house.
Mhm.
I am so sick of people just like, I'm just going to live in this shitty thing because this is what my kids do.
Mhm.
You are the adult. That's
Right.
like letting a dog just fuck up your house and be like, well, fuck it. What? You're the adult. You're the human. Handle that shit. Lead by example.
And stop bickering, because guess what? The reason your kids don't do it is because your husband doesn't do it, or because you don't do it,
Or both.
or because you guys argue about who's going to do the dishes. And when at 10 o'clock at night, when you don't want to do them, nobody does them.
I want to know why dishes are such the bane of existence for people.
My kids say it's because there's food on them. It's gross.
Yeah, there's food coming out of your butt too.
It's true.
And
Well, they
going
wipe
into your
their own
mouth.
butt. They don't have to wash other people's
Do they,
dishes.
though?
They're gross.
When people don't wash dishes, I wonder if they even wipe their butt.
I don't want to talk about that. That makes me sick.
It should. I remember this old Southern guy. This guy pulled out a knife that wasn't sharp. He goes, "Let me see your knife," and it wasn't sharp. He goes, "You even wipe your own ass? Why would you have a knife that isn't sharp?" And you get to see this pure disgust in this old man's face. I was like, "Damn, my knife has been sharp ever since."
Maybe
Always.
that's why the guy pulled out his knife at dinner. He was like, "I wipe my own ass.
Look
Look
at
at
this.
my knife."
See me? See me?
I was told this makes me a man. Look how sharp
Texas
it is.
Roadhouse
Right?
pulled out a fucking. My buddy dated a girl, and she every time she was mad, she'd pull out a knife, and he's like, "What the fuck?" We were at dinner at like fucking TGIFs, right?
Mhm.
I mean, a Cobb salad, and she pulls out a fucking knife, and I look at him, I'm like, "Do I gotta fight her? Like, what the fuck is
What is
going on?"
happening?
I'm not joking.
That's weird.
He didn't date her for very long.
Good.
It was
Slightly
disgusting.
concerning.
Yeah.
But yes, model what a team is and the approach to clean your house. If you guys agree that it's mom's job or dad's job, like that's fine.
Help
but like
her. Do you know what makes me so happy when I think back at things as I reflect as an adult of my parents and different things that, like, I only focus on the good
Mm.
because that's all I'm going to take from them. I'm not taking the bad. That
Yep.
will go when they go. So I can think about my dad with my stepmom in the kitchen with, like, you know, old country music on. And he's just helping her, and he's helping cook and helping wash the dishes and, like, just laughing, and just their house was always nice.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But they treated, I mean, he didn't probably treat my mom that nice back when he was in his 20s
younger,
and early
yeah.
30s.
He learned. He grew up and he
Yes.
learned.
And I know that probably hurts my mom's heart, but in the same breath, I'm glad that he showed me
Mhm.
how to be that way.
I think that's where a lot of people get caught up is that they look at their parents and they think to themselves, I'm not going to do that.
One or
not
the
gonna
other.
do that.
I'm
I'm
either
not
going to
gonna do
emulate
that.
it
Right, yeah.
completely or I'm going to do the complete
Right.
opposite.
But they don't replace it with anything else. So if you see your parents fight constantly and you just leave that house and grow up and think, I'm never going to be like my parents, I'm never going to fight like that, but you don't learn how to communicate better,
It does, yeah.
you will end up fighting like that.
Well, of
you,
course.
You will, because that's the
You can
only
only
skill
avoid
you
it for so
have.
long.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you think, oh my gosh, my house was so gross and I'm going to clean, but nobody taught you how to clean,
It's going to be hard.
you don't know how.
Or even communication. Like when you're like, I'm never going to let a man walk on me. So you go extra hard on every man.
Mhm.
I've been in the other end
Yeah.
of that situation. I'm like this. I
They still
do
didn't learn
this.
how to effectively communicate.
Right.
You're just like
Holy shit.
fluffed up and just.
That's a lot. Jeez.
The next one is appreciate each other's differences.
Man. You want to hear a funny story?
Mhm.
I'm tattooing a lady, and she's with her husband, and I had tattooed him before. And they're an older couple. They have like grandchildren and stuff. I mean, my buddy's my age, and it's his uncle. So I'd imagine they're in their 60s, you know, at least. And she was asking him his opinion on it, you know, and he's like, baby, whatever you want, you know. And she's like, we don't agree on anything. And he's like, yeah. I go, well, you just agreed on that. So there you go. You guys actually do agree on something. And they just looked at each other and kind of smiled. And I was like, see,
Right.
baby steps.
I have a couple that they have zero things in common. They say like
Yeah.
their hobbies don't line up. Their interests don't line up. Like they can't watch a movie without like really struggling to find something they can both do. So I ended up telling them, I'm like, then you guys just need to learn something new together.
Yeah.
Stop leaning on the stuff
if
you
that's
already have.
important to you.
Yeah, right. If you guys are looking to spend quality time together, but you have no common ground, find common ground and shit you've never done before.
My buddy likes shows I don't like to watch.
Yeah.
He's still my buddy.
Right. Well, when you're in the same house all the time trying to look for like something to
there's
do,
a TV
and there's
in
like
every
right,
fucking room. Shut it. No fucking way. Fuck off.
what?
Seriously, everybody's got a TV in every fucking room. Go in another room and fucking watch what you want
No,
to
they
watch.
want to spend time together. That's what
Then
I'm
turn
saying,
the
and they
fucking TV
can't.
off and fucking just play.
Missing
fucking
my point.
right.
They want to spend time
No.
together, and they don't have any overlap.
I get it. But some people, they're like, we don't have anything in common. I'm like, well, how did you start fucking to begin with?
They have that in common. Well, they did.
You know, or like we grew different ways. No shit.
Yeah.
Like why? But why is it so important for you guys to want the same exact or like be into the same things?
Yeah.
I've never insisted that a girl learn how to play guitar
Mm-mm.
or work on motorcycles.
Yeah.
Or build neon signs.
Right.
I've never once done that. Is that more of a girl request?
No.
I'm curious. 'Cause
No, I think that I think that it gets difficult usually surrounding this topic when we have kids and when we have a house and when we have jobs and we have this much time together and we can't really agree on a way that we can both enjoy that. That makes it hard. That they're like, I would like to go fishing. Do you want to come fishing with me? And she's like, no, I do not want to go fishing.
And she gets one day off.
Yeah. And she's like, oh, well, how about we go for like a hike? And he's like, my
knee hurts.
That's not really my thing. And then they get desperate and then they end up like, well, shit, do you just want to watch a movie? But it's like, I like horror and action.
Pick something. I don't want to pick something.
Yeah. Like, well, everything I want to watch, you don't want to watch. And some of that's being a little, it can come off as stubborn or selfish.
It's
and
making decisions for someone.
Yeah. Like just.
Which no one likes.
No. But could you watch a movie? But they're like, yeah, if it's my only, like, I'd rather go to bed.
Slight
or I'd rather,
compromise.
like.
Listen, there's moments you can eke out, but sometimes it's just holding hands while you're drinking coffee in the morning and you're reading your book and he's going through looking at whatever on the internet.
Yeah.
That's also little micro dates, right? We talked about that before.
Yep.
It doesn't have to be this over the top, like we're going to go to Niagara Falls and scuba dive.
Right.
You know, it can just be the simplest, like, because like I said, if you saw him or her doing that with someone else, you would consider that a fucking date. You would consider that spending quality time together. But it's not when y'all do it.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Gross.
You guys are different for a reason and you bring different things to the table. So like,
and you take things
focus on
different from
that.
the table
Right.
too. So how
Focus
about
on that.
we should try to talk about that.
Go ahead. What do you mean?
Well,
Elaborate.
Some people take all the life off the fucking table.
There's
Take all
givers
the
and there's
fun.
takers. Yeah.
Yeah. I think givers should stay with givers and takers should stay with takers.
Well, that wouldn't work.
I found an interesting thing out recently from observation. I've noticed that people that claim to be so loyal and so loving and so ride or die are the first ones to dip. And the ones that claim to be like, nah, I'm good. Like, I'm just going to do my own thing. I'm chill, you know, like all that. They're the ones that fucking get mushy fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They try
It's
to
cute.
go with the flow,
It's cute.
but then they end up flowing forever.
And they just,
They just stay.
But the other ones will just dip.
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
think they have an unrealistic, maybe it doesn't feel unrealistic, but I think they have such a high expectation for what like quality connection is. And when it doesn't meet that,
They're done.
they're out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not how life works.
No, your commitment levels are going to ebb and flow.
Yeah.
And even when they're both low, if it's still commitment, like you just stay through all of the things. All of these things are fixable.
All of them. Most things are.
Yeah.
Infidelities are.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Children outside of the relationship are. Most things are. I've seen all of it.
I've seen it. It happens. It's not easy.
I just tattooed
but
a
you
couple,
can.
and he had a child. They were pregnant at the same time.
Mhm.
He was young. He's like, I was a fucking idiot,
Yeah.
and she's like,
Facts.
right.
But
She
I love
stayed.
you and
She
I'm
stayed. It
staying
was
and
hard. It's hard.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah.
Remain consistent when away from each other.
Oh, that's huge.
Yeah. Don't talk shit to your children or to your best friend. I guess that's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
if I were to call my best friend with my kids in the car and even if some people are like, well, it's only my side of the conversation. That does not matter. Your kids are not stupid.
Some of them are.
If they're not paying attention, it's because they've heard it already.
100%. They don't care.
Right. They're so used to you running your mouth that
You're
it's
like headphones, kids. Headphones.
right. Earmuffs.
Yeah.
Earmuffs.
Yeah.
But no, like don't go to the volleyball game and sit with the friends and sit in front of your kids and run your mouth or call your mom or
Have
call
some pride.
whoever. Yes.
Have some pride. And if it is that bad, maybe you should be talking to your therapist,
Yeah. Come talk to me.
not your shitty friend.
Mhm.
Who's a
Or
shit
talk to your
show, too.
partner, ideally.
Let's not get crazy.
Back to number one. But again, healthy things to model for your children. They should not be hearing that. Even worst case scenario, you want to run your mouth to your friend or to your mom or to whoever you want to, not your children.
Yeah.
That teaches them to be a liar. Well, you just told him that you weren't mad. But now we're in the car and you're definitely mad because you just told your friend
If you
for
think
25 minutes that like,
if you think your daughter is if she hates her dad, how do you think she's going to be to your new husband?
yeah.
where there's no, like, she won't give a fuck.
No, she has no loyalty. There's
No.
nothing instilled in her for that guy.
My oldest daughter, when she was young, she was a teen and she was going through some shit. And she came up and we made the transfer with her grandparents. I picked her up and 'cause she lives out of state. And she got in my car and she was on the phone with somebody. And I was waiting for her to get done. And she was not being nice. I go, who were you talking to? She's like, my mom. I was like, hey, you can't talk to her that way. If that's how you're talking to her now, we're going to have a problem. But you will not talk to her in front of me like that.
Yeah.
And we're not together. And
Right.
I was like, no. And that was it. Never
Yep.
did it again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you can't allow that.
No, my ex-husband still does the same thing.
Yeah.
If one of my boys starts talking out of the side of his neck and I loop him in, he will absolutely be like, I heard that you thought it was okay to talk to your mom like you lost your mind.
Yeah.
Like, that is your mother.
Well, that is that.
Yeah.
Don't
like
have a
we're
divided
not.
front.
Yeah. We are
Even
not.
as exes.
Yes. No.
Especially.
I don't talk. and I don't.
Especially as exes.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. You picked him. You picked her.
Not just that. There's no reason to fight anymore. You're not together.
No. And what kind of message does that send to your children
How
about
to have a shitty breakup.
Yes.
How to literally fail at everything.
Remain consistent. If you're upset, think about, do you need to talk about it? Do you guys need to fight? Fight fair, but don't do that double standard, that
Yeah.
two-faced.
It's gross.
It is gross. And they see that on TV all the time. My daughter all the time. Well, she was mad at me and I don't, they're her friends. And I'm like, no. If you're mad, you tell her that you're upset.
Or what
You
does she
tell
got
her
going
that,
on?
yeah, you tell her that she hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
And you say that, and then you make up. You don't say that you're not mad, and then you go to the other girls and
There's a boy that was terrorizing the school for my grandson.
Mm.
And my daughter goes, well, honey, you don't even know if he even has a bed to sleep in.
Yeah.
He might be super tired.
Right.
You know how
I
you're
tell my
grumpy?
kids all the time.
You know, when you go to school or you wake up and you're grumpy because you didn't sleep good.
Mhm.
You know, and the kid actually kind of assaulted my grandson. I don't know if I talked about that, but kicked him down there, and he got suspended. And he was coming home from Valentine's Day. Did I tell the story on here? I don't know if I did.
Mm-mm.
But he goes, Mama, he says that Valentine's Day is stupid and anybody likes it is stupid. And he must not have any love in his house. And I was, yeah, my grandson has got so much love, man.
No.
But even after the kid was mean to him, he gets it.
My
You
kids,
know.
when they were younger, we would always tell them, like, hurt people.
Yeah.
So we don't know. We
Right.
don't, and I mean, and that was my job, right? And they knew what I did for a job. And so
Right.
as they got older, my middle son has at times been like, I hear you and I know that, but can you like
Side with me a little
side
bit.
with me a little bit? Cause like he's still a dick. Like,
Yeah.
That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. That does not give him the right to come
Assault you.
to school and treat you like that. But
Yeah.
keep it in mind.
Well, I think that's a good lesson for everyone. Context.
Mhm.
Like, is that person having a bad day? Because when you're having a bad day, you want everybody like, I'm having a fucking bad day. It's like, so what? So is the lady at fucking Starbucks that you had an ass for because she wasn't
Right.
moving fast enough.
Right.
I wish we could normalize that shit. I don't care if you're having a bad day, stay the fucking home. Stay home. Call
Right.
off.
If you can't be kind, if
Stay
your
home.
capability is impaired,
Stay home.
call off.
Fuckers.
Watch TV.
Yeah.
Watch this podcast. We'll teach you how to be a nicer person.
Or at least laugh a little bit. Say some inappropriate shit. Fucking people.
Last one.
Bum, bum, bum.
Ties into be a united front, but make decisions together.
I like the thought of that, but let's be frank. Most of the time when you ask your mate about something, they're like, honey, I don't care. I don't care. And then it makes the other person crazy.
That's true.
And it does. And I don't know why we inherently do that. I do actually know why. No, I just said it. Because we really don't care. We're indifferent in a way, like, not like I don't care. I'm good either way.
Mm-hmm.
We can go to dinner or we could order in. We could make dinner or we could
Yes.
go out. We
Right.
could go see a movie or we could take a nap. Like most people,
Really are indifferent about it.
because it isn't that big of a deal.
Mhm.
Like if I'm on vacation and somebody's like, hey, do you want to go here or here? I'm like, I don't care.
Right. You pick.
Yeah.
If you have a preference, you pick. If you don't have a preference either, then we can decide together.
Yeah.
But this comes up a lot because it's like, it goes back. It does. It ties into the United Front thing, but it's, will you buy my prom dress, Mom? And she's like, I feel like maybe that's something that like you're working now and maybe I'll split it. Well, then Dad's mad because like he didn't even know that this like conversation, and he might have been like, no, we'll absolutely pay for it. It's
Or
her
we won't
prom
pay
dress,
for it
or
at
we're
all.
not paying for it.
Right.
We don't have that. Or she wants a new car. And so you're like, oh, well, I told her that she could have my mom's car. Those things like,
That's the real thing.
oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah. And
oblivious to that. Obviously,
I separated it because a united front sometimes is malicious.
Yeah.
This just causes confusion because
Oh.
then they start to not know who to go to for things.
Who's really making the calls?
Right. Who is it? Because you're saying
there is someone.
There absolutely somebody's making it.
Yeah.
And then there's confusion, and then there's resentment, and then the kids are confused because Mom said that we were going for 2 weeks to the beach. Dad said we were going on a long weekend to the mountains.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know.
Very different.
Right. So make decisions together and don't inform your kids when you're making the decision. While you guys are processing, sometimes the kids should not be involved in that.
Well, because that's you're breaking it down and it might hurt some feelings.
Mhm.
You know, and they're like, hey, I want to bring my friend on vacation. You're like, that? No fucking way. Or
Right.
we would love to have her because
Right.
she's awesome. You know, because that you don't necessarily want to have those conversations in front of your kids.
No. So they don't need to be, if you're looking at moving, telling your kid, if one of you leaks it,
Yeah.
that you may or may not be moving, that will spend them in a spiral that you don't even know. So-and-so hasn't even decided yet. Like that kind of, like make decisions together and then inform your children
Yeah.
appropriately.
Reasonably.
They don't need to know all of the things.
And they also don't need to be left in the dark about everything either.
No, right.
Because sometimes when you just go, because I said, it's not enough. That's a shitty way to do
Yeah,
it.
no,
it is.
right.
You
Yeah.
know,
Make decisions together and then inform your kids together.
it's a big difference. Belittling your person in front of your kids.
Mhm.
You know, I like when, a lot of women will be like, he doesn't even know how to fix anything. I'm like, you fuck people that can't fix things or pay for it. And they look at me, I go, well, did he hit his head and forget how?
Right. See an accident?
Like,
That's sad.
did you not
Yeah.
ask? You didn't notice that?
When your car was making funny noises when you were dating and he was like, huh,
Yeah.
that
Right.
wasn't like a
sign.
warning.
So you're like, put 3 babies in me.
Yes, please.
All the babies.
And we'll own our home. That way when the furnace goes out, you won't know how to fix it. And like rent your house. Have a landlord. Sounds great.
Figure it out.
Come
Right.
up with alternatives.
If you're not
Be
good at
okay
planning
with their
trips,
differences. If that's not his thing,
Yes.
that's fine.
yeah, if you can't plan a trip, go to a travel agent.
Mhm.
Fair?
Yeah.
If it's beyond your shit, if you can't make a cake, go to Giant Eagle.
Yep.
So it's the same kind of thing. Like I've seen people just try to belittle each other and then they do it in front of their kids and it's just
Mhm.
straight garbage.
Yep.
Treat each other better. Mind you that every little thing you do, it gets imprinted on your children because you insist on it. Don't forget that. You've created this system
Mhm.
that everything you do, you expect them to watch and learn. And it's very important how you love someone or allow someone to love you, how much your kids pick up on that. Let's talk to your parents. Talk to your parents and ask them about their relationship with their parents and what did they see. And you would be amazed
Mhm.
of like, I've broke down the patterns in my family of why the men on my father's side treated women the way they did
Mhm.
versus the way that my mom's family treated each other. It's totally different.
Mhm.
Good and bad in both.
Sure.
But it is very different. And if you break down the grandparents,
Right. The why and the where it started
Oh
and the
my
how we
God.
got
You can
here
see it.
and the
You can see it plain
it's
as
clear
day.
as day all the time. All the
Yeah.
time. And sometimes it was good and then one of them
Something
just
happens. There's
fucked it
something
up. Right.
traumatic.
Yeah.
something traumatic happens.
Yeah. And then it took a hard left, but the bones are still there. You can still get it
Yeah.
back on track.
Showing
Just
your
don't
kids.
don't talk to your mom. Not to be me, but like don't talk to your mom if that is not the person. Skip.
Find someone
Go to
else.
grandma.
Go to aunt.
Talk to your aunt because maybe aunt remembers
Youngest
grandma
aunt.
stuff.
Talk to that youngest aunt.
Mm-hmm.
She's seen it all.
Mm-hmm.
And she watched your
Mhm.
parents do some fucked up shit too.
Yep.
But I will say that like every little thing, showing those little things how to solve problems will make your children so much more healthy. You know, and just the way you love on each other,
Mhm.
the way you respect each other, the way you talk about your work. The
Yes.
way, I mean, it all imprints on your
why are you
children.
going somewhere where you're miserable? And I used to think that littles, because like that's when I was in the education field, I was with littles who literally like repeated the things that you said. And I'm like, they are little sponges.
100%.
Not even close to teenagers. Their sponginess is so much bigger.
And the resentment comes in.
And they're paying
They're
attention. Yeah, they are. Yes.
They're judging.
They are judging and they are taking notes and they are coming up with their own conclusions and their own expectations.
Yeah.
But it goes both ways. Like you said, they might co-sign it, they might rebel against it,
Right.
but whatever you're
It's there.
setting, it goes up or down.
100%. So be conscious. Be conscious how you treat people everywhere.
Mhm.
Because if you can't do it at work, you can't do it at home. And if you can't do it at home, you can't do it at work.
No.
It's all the same.
Well, and a lot of parents, they don't want their kids calling them when they're in their 30s sobbing because he's a dick or my house is a mess or my
Right.
kids are bad or like it comes full circle.
My friend has a brand new grandbaby. And I got to see her the other day. And she is so beautiful. I mean, absolutely. Towhead, little, just fair skin,
Gorgeous.
little, just beautiful little baby. And she was talking about that her daughter is, she's 6 months old and the daughter is going through it. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? She's like, she goes, I was a single mom and blah, blah, blah. I said, you were. It doesn't work that way. You
Right.
know what I mean? You had to. She doesn't. She
Right.
has a better support system.
Yeah. And so she's talking to him.
Yeah.
And she has different
And she
complaints and
her
different
mom's
hardships. Yeah,
healthy.
right.
But it was funny because once I said it, she was like, shit.
Ugh.
And I was like, it's
Right.
okay.
Damn it, Thomas.
Yeah, but man, that baby was cute. I got to see 2 babies this week. The other one was super cute too.
I love babies.
All right, get out there and make some babies and fucking take care of them.
Be better people for them, though, please.
Dude,
Please.
you could literally change a generation of humans.
Mhm.
I promise you can. You can stop generational shit in your family and you can do better. And that doesn't mean you do better so you can roast your parents. You don't do better so you can roast your sister. Do
No.
better and wish good upon them.
Model it for them.
Exactly, because it's contagious. When you're around your
Yes.
aunt and uncle that are sweet to each other and you go to their house and it's always clean, it's always nice, and they're always kind of cuddling and being sweet, I always would leave that house going, that
Right.
is good.
Right. They're cute.
So, and that's anybody. Like you've met other couples and they do some dope stuff and you're like, man, that's cool.
Yeah.
So what do you think you're doing to your fucking children? So quit being fuckers. Get your shit
Do
together.
better.
Fuck, man.
We've been making jokes that we're going to start buying people Get Better Soon cards. just send 'em.
Holy shit.
Get better soon. I hope you get better soon.
What is this?
XOXO.
Say less. You guys have a great night.
Bye.
Bye.